Hey guys, this is Dame Tech and I'm back with another exciting video. Thanks to Feral Interactive, I was able to get an early copy of their newly released popular PC port, Legends Deluxe Edition. Henceforth, for the second round between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the RedMagic 10 Pro, I will be using this PC port. Now moving on to graphics settings, I must note, if graphics are set to the graphics preset, FPS is capped at 30 frames per second between both of these devices. Graphics mode allows both devices to natively run this game between 838p and 857p, but again, capped at 30 frames per second due to how intense this game runs. However, for this test, I will set graphics to performance mode instead, as it allows both devices to run at 60 frames per second, but around 733 to 757p resolution. With that being said, let's dive into some performance testing and then look at the data. So now that we've completed testing, I can definitely tell this game will be a new benchmark as it was very demanding on both devices. Looking at temperature, starting with the iPhone, the 16 Pro Max is peaking up to a high 42 Celsius, while the RedMagic 10 Pro is impressively staying at a low 38 Celsius. As you saw earlier in my testing, despite such high power consumption on the RedMagic, this fan is impressively powerful and managed to keep this device very cool throughout my testing. Now, moving on to performance data, I compiled all the data from PerfDog onto a spreadsheet. So starting with FPS, as you already know by now, the iPhone maintained a steady 59 frames per second, while the RedMagic 10 Pro averaged a steady 40 frames per second. Now, you're probably wondering, how is this possible, considering the Snapdragon 8 Elite is more powerful than Apple's A18 Pro? Well, if we quickly go back to the PerfDog chart, we can see that the RedMagic 10 Pro not only averaged 10.3 watts of power in this game, but continued to fluctuate between 9 to 11 watts throughout the whole test. I actually do have a pretty interesting theory on why this may be the case, so definitely stick around to hear me out. But before we talk about my theory, let's finish reviewing the performance data. Looking back at the spreadsheet, the iPhone managed to average 6.3 watts of power with an ever so slightly higher in-game resolution. Now, you might be thinking, why didn't I use balance mode instead of rise mode on the RedMagic, as balance mode provides much better control and/or restrictions over the power draw levels in this device. However, I did notice, despite achieving much lower power consumption levels in balance mode, the con is now the FPS is no longer stable. When using balance mode, the RedMagic can no longer keep a steady 40 frames per second and often drops down to the low 30s. This is primarily due to the fact that the device is now fluctuating between 7 to 8 watts of power, which means performance is also drastically lower than before. In other words, this device needs that 9 to 10 watts of power to keep that steady 40 frames per second. Alright, now that we've reviewed all of the data, let's talk about my theory on why we're seeing such disparity in these results. I cannot confirm since I haven't been able to get confirmation from the developers, but I do believe Apple and the devs are possibly using Metal Effects upscaling to achieve these impressive results with the same targeted resolution. Again, the results are so drastic that this makes the most sense. I could definitely be wrong. Henceforth, I will gather more information and follow up with you all on my findings at a later time. My second guess is the Snapdragon 8 Elite is still a very new device, and devs will optimize more and more in future updates. Needless to say, Grid Legends is such an amazing PC port on the mobile platform, and I highly advise you to all check out this amazing fun game. This game is a direct copy of the PC version and well worth the price. This game is hands down the best racing game on mobile to date. Anyways, thanks for watching, and definitely stay tuned as I will be uploading a round 3 performance test with another game between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the RedMagic 10 Pro sometime this week.
Okay, the data place is put to the, is it absolutely race? It's race, isn't it?